Okay, this is going to be your card for March 2025 for the different decans of the signs. We're going to start off with Aries. The first decan of Aries for March 2025 is the Nine of Wands. So you could be dealing with having to have bravery, courage, resilience, persistence within a situation. You could be going through some type of test of faith, or you could have to tap into your resourcefulness. There is a lot of activity going on. Things could be busy. You'll need discipline in order to pay off, especially if you're dealing with accelerated work. The second decan of Aries is experiencing the Ten of Cups. This talks about marriage, harmony, alignment, happiness, and even contentment. A positive, blissful romance, friendship, or family relationships could be going on right now. So this is overall harmony, special occasions, and things like that. Even reunions could be happening. Now, for the third decan of Aries, you guys have the Eight of Pentacles, which means you'll be diving into work, education, apprenticeship. Maybe a quality opportunity comes your way. Some type of reward for your work as well can also be had. Along to Taurus, the first decan of Taurus has the Fool card, which means you're taking a risk. This is some type of starting point. Maybe you're setting off or getting ready to go on some sort of new journey. You could be optimistic, hopeful about this. It could require some type of bravery because you might be delving into something that you don't know anything about or have yet to experience. Now, the second decan of Taurus has the Queen of Pentacles. You'll be dealing with practicality, security, generosity. The Queen of Pentacles is mature. She's generous, grounded, very stable in finances and in work. So you could be experiencing a situation such as this, which does bring happiness. You could be showing up as a provider as well. Now, the third decan of Taurus, you'll be experiencing the Two of Wands. So this talks about progress and planning for the future. Discoveries, decisions are made. Maybe a reliable partner comes your way, but you are definitely moving forward in bringing stability and something, you feel that something will be worthwhile. Okay, moving along to Gemini. The first decan of Gemini for March will be experiencing the King of Swords card, which means you're standing in your power, in your own energy. You have clear thinking, authority, truth, ambition, intellect. This talks about strategizing and problem solving. There's something you're trying to figure out, and you're going to use logic, insight, and discipline to the best of your ability to figure out what you need to figure out. Second decan of Gemini, the second decan is experiencing the Knight of Cups. Talks about charm, romance, affection. This could be new relationships coming in. It could also be, you could be in your charlatan energy, playboy energy, or, something like that, because it could be a short-lived energy, something that's talking about a temporary good time, as opposed to a lasting phenomenon. Okay? Social good times, things like that. Now, the third decan of Gemini is experiencing the Four of Cups. This talks about contemplation, meditation, reevaluation, boredom. It talks about not being satisfied with something that you're experiencing. Something has become monotonous, or maybe strong feelings have kind of just fizzled out. Move on to Cancer. The first decan of Cancer is experiencing the Five of Cups. So you could be going through some sort of regret, loss, despair, disappointment, bereavement, unhappiness. You're looking at three cups that have spilled over and not paying attention to the happy relationships or the happy emotions that you have behind you. You have still two cups that are full, even though three of them have spilled over, but it looks like you're focusing on some type of unhappy relationship or partnership, or something that has gone on to be a disappointment. Now, the second decan of Cancer is dealing with the King of Swords. You're dealing with clear thinking, authority, truth, ambition, intellect. You could be strategizing or problem solving. There's something that you need to use your logic, insight, or discipline to the best of your ability to navigate. Now, the third decan of Cancer is dealing with the Seven of Pentacles, which means you are looking at something that you want to invest in, or you are investing in something which requires perseverance. You're looking for some sort of reward or profit or investment to come through or follow through. Now for Leo, the first decan of Leo is experiencing the Eight of Swords. This is about isolation, imprisonment, or denial. Maybe a project or a relationship is failing and you feel unable to repair it. You maybe lack the energy or strength for it. You're in some type of you're holding yourself in a self-imposed imprisonment. You could step out of it, but you're choosing to be there. You have some sort of emotional lethargy going on. Now, the second decan of Leo is dealing for March is dealing with the Hierophant. And that talks about an inner knowing, some type of practical wisdom, tradition. Maybe it's time for you to take advice for someone you trust. Maybe you are being a mentor and giving someone advice, either way. But it looks like you're kind of standing in some sort of knowing or wisdom or soul's purpose for March. Now, the third decan of Leo is dealing with the Three of Cups, and this talks about friendship, celebration, communities, creativity, growth. There's a period of happiness and celebration, some type of new projects, something is rejuvenated. For some, it could even mean the birth of a creative project or childbirth or something like that. Okay, Virgo. The first decan of Virgo is experiencing the Four of Cups. That talks about contemplation, sitting in your meditation, maybe reevaluating a situation that has become monotonous. Maybe the strong emotions have fizzled out and now it's become boring, and the honeymoon phase is over in whatever situation this is, and you're thinking about it. Maybe you're upset about it. Maybe you're trying to change it. Just remember that long-lasting relationships are built on more solid foundations than just passion. Now, the second decan of Virgo is dealing with the Five of Cups. They're dealing with some type of regret, loss, despair, disappointment, bereavement, unhappiness. Something here could be at a distance from you. Maybe you feel left out in the cold from someone or distant from someone, and that could be bothering you. Now, the third decan of Virgo is dealing with the Seven of Swords. This talks about cunning and stealth disposition. Maybe you're dealing with someone, or you have someone around you who is not telling the truth, or you're not telling the truth, but there's a lack of trust in the situation. There's some sneaky behavior going on here. It could be theft, dishonesty, any of those things, but it's definitely something going on where there's a lack of trust here. Or you should just keep a lookout for your personal possessions as well. Libra. The first decan of Libra is dealing with the King of Cups for the first decan of Libra. This talks about generosity, emotional balance, problem solving, intuition. Somebody could be in their feelings, even though they come off calm, cool, and reassuring. On the inside, they are definitely going through some type of emotions or assessing some type of feelings and things like that. Okay. Now, the second decan of Libra is dealing with the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords talks about some type of recovery, contemplation, relaxation, passivity, rest. You're sitting back, you're relaxing, but you're evaluating something. You're thinking something over. You could also be recovering from being sick or from being really tired. You could be going through a process of recuperation, from an illness as well. Now, the third decan of Libra is dealing with the Judgment card. So you're calling judgment on something. This talks about absolution, rebirth, a higher level of being. A relationship moves towards a conclusion. You've reviewed previous actions and you're making some sort of judgment here. Okay, let's start off. The first decan of Scorpio is experiencing the Three of Swords, and that talks about sorrow, heartbreak, rejection, grief, some sort of painful situation. You might be heartbroken over a situation, sad, but due to some type of loss or something like that. Now, the second decan of Scorpio is actually dealing with the Three of Cups, and that talks about friendship, celebrations, community, creativity, growth, healing, the birth of creative projects, maybe the rejuvenation of a creative project, relationships grow, communities thrive and flourish and things like that. You could even be getting together with friends and celebrating and having a good time doing something. Now, the third decan of Scorpio is actually experiencing the Knight of Swords upside down. This talks about a disregard for consequences, being impatient, false heroics. It talks about you being either manipulative or dealing with somebody around you that is manipulative, somebody that enjoys chaos for the sake of just creating conflicts and stuff like that. You could be dealing with somebody around you who is really unreliable, who could be leaving you to deal with a mess after they've stirred something up. Sagittarius. The first decan of Sagittarius is dealing with the Queen of Wands for March. Warmth, exuberance, determination, vibrance, inspiration. You could be seen as creative. You could have clarity, integrity. You could be inspiring those around you. You could be seen as a hard-working person, independent. The Queen of Wands is very attractive as well in business. She's self-assured and things of that nature. Okay. Now, the second decan of Sagittarius is dealing with the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands talks about progress, planning for the future, discoveries, decisions, having a reliable partner come your way. You're moving forward encouragingly towards some type of stability or something that you feel will be worthwhile. The third decan of Sagittarius is dealing with the Five of Cups, but upside down. So this is dealing with some sort of, no, it's not the Five of Cups, I'm sorry. It's the Five of Pentacles upside down. And that talks about spiritual poverty, recovering from a financial loss, or going through some sort of greed. Money problems could get severe if the card is reversed, and partnerships could be at risk. So just beware of poor judgment or going through dire straits, or maybe, you're, hopefully you're recovering from this financial loss. But seek help if needed. Also, if it's not about money, you could just be fearing some sort of rejection. Okay. Capricorn. Okay, so the first decan of Capricorn is dealing with the Four of Wands, which talks about harmony, celebrations, home, satisfaction. That's also my twin flame card. It talks about positivity and harmony, joy, happiness, getting together and celebrating with someone. You could be also reinventing a home, or maybe you're realizing how you can do that. Okay, but these reflect positive results regardless. Now, the second decan of Capricorn is dealing with the Ten of Cups, and that talks about happiness, marriage, harmony, alignment, a happy situation, a harmonious situation, stability, enjoyment. That could be happiness, friendships, family occasions, any of those things. Okay. Now, the third decan of Capricorn is dealing with the Eight of Cups. That talks about some sort of disappointment, withdrawal, abandonment, a change of heart. Maybe you're thinking about moving on or walking away from a situation, or at least one person in this situation wants to move on. But it is advised to think carefully beforehand before you move along so that you make the right choice. Okay, Aquarius. The first decan of Aquarius is dealing with the Eight of Swords, which talks about isolation, imprisonment, denial. You are holding yourself in a self-imposed imprisonment that you can easily get out of, but something's got you trapped in your head. You might be feeling like a project or a relationship is failing and you're unable to repair it. You could lack the strength for facing up to the situation, and you rather just be in denial. You need to work a way out of your emotional lethargy. Okay. Now, the second decan of Aquarius is dealing with the World card. So something is integrating. Something is you're accomplishing something. There's some type of completion, happiness. There could be travel. There could be some type of satisfying reward that comes your way. Something comes to a conclusion. Maybe a celebration, a difficult dilemma is resolved. It could be any of those things. Okay. Now, the third decan of Aquarius is dealing with the Nine of Cups upside down. So this talks about dissatisfaction, greed, materialism, vanity. Ego could wreak havoc on your love relationships or friendships. There could be some sort of disharmony or emotional wounding going on. Either you or someone else is caught up in self-centeredness that's injuring the situation. It's causing some type of division. Okay. Yeah, you could deal with some type of delays because of this. Okay, Pisces. The first decan of Pisces is dealing with the Three of Swords for March. Sorrow, heartbreak, rejection, grief. And this could be typically just like around the full moon or the first week, which you might be experiencing now. It could be some sort of disappointment due to the loss of a relationship or the ideal of a relationship. Maybe you need to accept the situation and know something better will emerge in its place. If not, you just need to heal some type of sorrow, heartbreak, rejection, or grief, or deep sorrow due to some type of disappointment. Now, the second decan of Pisces is dealing with the Queen of Wands, and that talks about someone being attractive in business. You could be dealing with someone like this, or you could be seen as this, someone creative, and who has integrity, who inspires, is independent, self-assured, honest, beautiful, and you could be really good at business. If not just beautiful, you are attractive in business, warm, exuberant, determined, vibrant, and inspiring to others. Now, the third decan of Pisces is dealing with the Seven of Wands. That talks about competition, challenge, and the need to have strength and persevere through a situation, because perseverance will get you where you need to be. You may need to sustain your faith over a long stretch of time or a long period of time, and believe that good will come into you. The goals you're pursuing are worth it. Okay, so stick in there. That's what I have for you guys for March, and I'll get back with you guys next month. Bye now.